Good evening, Professor. My name is Sharif Jacobs, and I chose to do my topic on Batman. Not necessarily just Batman, but is Batman a real superhero? Now, I don't know if you know anything about the superhero universe, but Batman doesn't have any real standout superpowers. He can't fly, he doesn't have laser vision, he doesn't have super strength. Now, my excuse me, my purpose of this basically was to clarify and define what a superhero is, and also to lay my own claims to an age-old argument between Marvel and DC fans, which is Batman a real superhero because he doesn't have any superpowers? I don't know if you've ever watched a Batman movie or a show and thought, this guy's not doing anything out of the ordinary. He doesn't have any, crazy powers. I might be able to do what he does. And I've thought of it as well, but I'm pretty sure many people have thought of it, but nobody ever tries to actually do what Batman does because, well, he's a superhero. And, people say, well, he's not a superhero because he doesn't have any powers, but he also puts his life on the line time and time and time again. Growing up, I used to watch Batman, and he always appealed more to me to the other superheroes just because he was more normal. He was more natural. Other superheroes like the Flash with the super speed, you got Aquaman coming out of the water. It just didn't seem real to me. Batman seemed more obtainable for me. Watching superhero at young ages is real good for children. It helps them to decipher right from wrong. It also helps them to learn how to work together and know what I would say a real criminal is. Just to give some back history on Batman. Batman was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Excuse me. In the first version of Batman during the Golden Age, which is considered the Golden Age of comics, the early ages, Batman's first appearance was in Detective Comic number 27. He is already operating as a crime fighter during this time. Batman in his first origins is presented in Detective Comics number 33 on November 1939. One of the first Batman movies was released in 1989. Now, this wasn't the very first, but it was the first installment of the Warner Brothers series of Batman, and it was directed by Tim Burton. But the very first Batman film was released in 1966, starring Adam West. But the movie received a lot of criticism because it depicted Batman to be more of a comical figure when most people know Batman to be a serious and stern kind of hero. Excuse me. Just to let you know how serious people are, even these days, about Batman in the 20th century, his fame rose along with the worth of his comics. One of his very rare Detective Comics from 1939 sold for more than $1 million, making it one of the most valuable comics ever in the world. Now, when we look at, what a superhero is, it's a pretty broad spectrum because to determine a superhero, you have to know what average or regular is. Now, a superhero is someone who saves the world, someone who fights near-death experiences on a day-to-day basis, someone who has above average intelligence, I would say, so to speak. So, what can be determined to make Batman a real superhero? For one, Batman is rich. He has above average intelligence and he has near borderline supernatural strength. Excuse me. He saves people on a day-to-day basis. But people say, that's not a superpower. What would actually make him super? What makes Batman a real superhero is his determination. Time and time again, he doesn't quit. I would say back in 1960 in one of the comics, Batman had his back broken by Bane. But instead of quitting, retiring, and giving up his superhero career, Batman went, trained until his back healed so he can go back and defeat Bane and once again save the superhero universe. Batman isn't the typical superhero with superpowers, but his natural ability to lead and his natural determination is his superpower. His ability to never gives up makes him a superhero and also makes him the leader of the Justice League above other heroes such as Superman and Batman. such as Superman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Wonder Girl, and other individuals alike. Thank you. My name is Sharif Jacobs. This was my persuasive speech assignment on why Batman is a true superhero.